in this video. Hello everybody and welcome to the 27th video on the channel. We are getting closer to the first 30 and that is crazy. I feel like it was yesterday when we just started with our channel with the first video. Well, one more thing before we go on to our answers to our previous question. It would be a big favor if you like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. It's completely free and it will definitely help us a lot in improving the channel. So, without further ado, let's go on to our answers to our previous questions. Our first answer is obtuse. Our second answer is equilateral. And our third answer is right. Now, this is from last video, which is the 26th video on the channel. So if you want to check that out, it would be definitely helpful if you check that out too. Without further ado, let's go to the lesson. Today, we are talking about the basics of congruence and similarity, and most importantly, the difference between them. Congruence is where we have all sides and all angles equal to each other. So if I have these two triangles shown over here, which is in my blue highlighting type thing, those are congruent because they have the exact same angles and the exact same sides. There are different congruence theorems. We'll cover that more in detail in the following videos. But what is good to know is that there's a side theorem, side, angle, angle, side. There are theorems like that which help you prove that if two triangles are congruent or not, it has to satisfy one of the theorems in order to make true that all of them are true and the triangles are congruent. Similarity is congruence, except instead of both sides and angles, it only has to be the angles. Because let's say angles can be shown in bigger or smaller rays. Like let's say we have this angle of theta degrees, and then if we do a bigger one, the angle is still theta degrees, because it's how far it goes around the circle in terms of the circle's total area. Which is a little weird, but I'll get into that more a little later in the geometry series. But the main point is, there can be different sides, but there can also be the same angle. So, if two triangles are congruent, that means they're also similar. But just because two triangles are similar does not mean they're congruent. Let's go to the examples. Today, we have two examples. I decided to keep it a little simple. And these examples are to distinguish from congruence and similarity. And for this, I think it'll be pretty easy to tell just by eyesight, instead of having to go through all the theorems and be like, I4 side, AB, angle is equal to BC, and then we have this triangle becomes this is parallel, and all the math and stuff, and all the real theorems, that will be later, but we're just going to be by eyesight. So, in the first one, when you look at the sides, you can see that it's easy to find corresponding sides that are all equal. So, this is congruent. And this, it seems like there's different side lengths, but the angles look to be about the same. It's like if I scaled up the smaller triangle, the triangle on the right, it would become the bigger triangle. So this would be similar, but not congruent. Remember that. Let's go to our practice problems. Today we have two practice problems. Number 1, these two triangles, find out if they're congruent or similar. And number 2, find out if the two triangles on the bottom are congruent or similar. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one, and bye-bye.